All right, I think we can probably get started. So thank you all for joining us today. This is the Caucus for Women in Statistics, and we're doing a webinar with Chapman Hall and CRC Press about book publishing. David is our presenter today, and we really appreciate all of you joining us.
Thank you. So my colleague Laura Speaker was meant to be here, but she's going to have to miss it because she's not feeling well. As I was mentioning, they're having some pretty extreme heat in the UK, so a lot of my UK colleagues are suffering at the moment. Yeah, let me start out and welcome everyone. And I'll just start out with first slide. Who is Chapman Hall CRC? Okay, so Chapman Hall is an imprint of CRC Press, and we specialize in mathematics, statistics, and computer science. We publish 150 stats and computer science books each year and have over 3,000 titles in the backlist. We're internationally renowned, especially in statistics and data science. The cornerstones are our green and red series. Biostatistics is also big for us. A lot of the trailblazing work can be found in our R data science machine learning series. And one of the reasons that we're especially keen to come and talk to the Caucus of Women in Statistics is that we really are looking to increase the diversity of our author base. We realize our list is heavily weighted with male authors, and we're looking to sign more women and gender minorities, as well as authors of color and different cultural backgrounds. We have made inroads in this area in recent years, and we're going to talk briefly about some of the prominent women who have published with us. On the slide, I put a few of the things that our parent company has done as far as diversity of the awards we won for diversity employment and the strides we've made in increasing the diversity among our employees. So anyway, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so I just mentioned a few of the emerging topics and trends. Obviously, data science, R, Bayesian statistics, machine learning. We're now the leading publisher of statistics books. We do have a book series in collaboration with the American Statistical Association to promote statistical literacy. And the journals of ASA are also being distributed by Taylor and Francis. So we have their journals and as well as the book series. So talk briefly about our book series. The first one being the monographs on statistics and applied probability. This is our most established series and probably the one that sort of built the Chapman Hall name. It was founded in 1960 by Sir David Cox, and we publish over 150 books. We have a reputation for outstanding quality, and it's our most established series. There's a textbook series that we have as well. I didn't make a slide for that, but this we sort of colloquially call the green series, and the other one we call the red series. So this is the green series. So a couple of our newer series. The next one is one of the newest series that we've founded. This is the data science series. So this reflects the interdisciplinary nature of the field. It brings together researchers, practitioners, and instructors from statistics, computer science, machine learning, and analytics, and features cutting-edge research, industry applications, and textbooks in data science. We've got 19 current titles, and we expect it to easily become one of the most active series in the coming years. And it's it's a collaborative effort between the statistics editors and the computer science editors. So, and then one last one would be our R series. This book reflects the recent rapid growth in R. Obviously, it's widely used now in academic research, education, and industry, and it's constantly growing with new versions being released and more than 12,000 packages available. Not to mention the growth of our studio. So we have Hadley Wickham, John Chambers, Torsten Hathorn, and Duncan Temple Lane as the series editors. So it's a series that we're quite excited about. So, okay, let's move on. So some of the prominent women authors and editors in STEM that publish with us. So the first one will probably be a name that is familiar to many of you, Amanda Goldbeck. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she was the past president of the CWS. And she did this book with Julia Gell and Ingram Olkin, and it's packed with personal accounts of the leadership experiences and thoughts on leadership of many luminaries in statistics, and includes a lot of contributions about the leadership of many women statisticians. Okay. The next book, moving from a CWS president to an ASA president, is Wendy Martinez. She directs the Mathematical Statistics Research Center of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and was elected president of the ASA for the 2020 term. So she's done 3 books with us. She's a longtime Chapman Hall author. One of our newer authors is Claire McKay Bowen, who this is one of the books that I mentioned that's in the ASA series that we do in collaboration with the ASA. And these are shorter books that are meant for more of a public audience, as opposed to it's more like the audience, I would say, of chance or significance, as opposed to your diehard statisticians. Okay, and moving on to another CWS president, we have a book coming out from Sheely Lin. Sheely is at Ohio State. Denise is at Northwestern, and Sheely was the president of the Caucus for Women in Statistics. Correct? On her website, it says she's the president-elect, but I don't know if that's correct.
She's a past president.
Past president, yeah, that's what I thought. So, a couple more. Julia Silk is at our studio. She's one of the biggest names in data science and a software engineer, and so we were thrilled to be publishing her new book. And then just very quickly, a few of the series editors that work for us. Regina Nusso is a freelance writer and professor in DC. She teaches she teaches statistics in American Sign Language at Gallaudet University, which is the world's only liberal arts college for deaf and hard of hearing students. So many of you may know her. Alexander is a Brazilian statistician who works at McGill. Lisa Lavina is at the University of Michigan, and Florentina Bonilla is at the CIS. Okay, so let's move on to why publish a book. So the reasons for publishing a book are exposure for your work, to teach others, to share your ideas, and to serve the community. So shaping your ideas, you want to think about what need does the book fit? What's it about? Who's it for? So you really want to think about your audience and your market. Is there a market? If there is, what is it? And how is it different from competing books? And then what technical elements are needed? Companion websites, solutions, and e-resources. So the next slide is pretty detailed. So please stop me if you have any questions as we go along. But this is basically the publishing process. So you start out, we get two types of proposals, those where the manuscript's already partially written or those where the author just has an idea. But the process is pretty much the same. The first step is to talk to a commissioning editor like one of us to shape your ideas and to see if it will be a topic that will be of interest to us. Then you want to put together a proposal. But basically it consists of filling out a questionnaire that we provide, as well as providing a draft table of contents. Sample chapters are welcome, but not required. Your editor will then send your proposal out to peer review, as well as possibly the series editors for the most appropriate series. The process takes a few weeks. Unlike journal reviews, we provide our reviewers with free books, so they're more inclined to get back to us quickly. And once we get the reviews back, we decide to either move forward and offer a contract, ask for modifications, or reject. Then you start putting together your book in consultation with your editor. And the general writing time for a book is 1 to 2 years. Your commissioning editor will ask to see sample chapters and may do some reviewing of the chapters as you move along. And once you and your editor decide that the book is ready to be submitted, you submit for production, and the production process takes about 5 to 6 months and involves copy editing, typesetting if necessary, and choosing a cover. Then the book goes up on Amazon.com as well as our own website. And we start to do some marketing, and the book will eventually publish. And once it's available and on the market, it can be purchased from the usual outlets. And then we promote the book through email, social media, and at conferences. And our sales groups will also be working to sell copies around the world. So I know that was a lot. I don't know if there are any questions now, or if we just want to move on and take questions at the end. Okay, let me go on. So preparing a proposal. So basically, as we have a couple of book authors with us already. So as you know, we provide a 2 to 3 page questionnaire that you fill out and return along with a table of contents. And on the form, you fill out a synopsis, a rationale, the audience, and how the book compares to competitors. You also need to put in your timeline for completion and what format are you going to be using. Are you going to be using Word, LaTeX, Bookdown, etc.? Okay, so what is in a proposal? So a proposal consists of the approximate page count, number of figures, the due date, format, as I mentioned, LaTeX, Bookdown, copyright. What's in a contract? Excuse me. Royalties, author copies, any special terms, and the royalties can be donated to charity. Okay. So Bookdown books. So a lot of their authors like to write in Bookdown now. It's becoming more and more common, and we fully support this. We have guidance on how to use Bookdown with our LaTeX files. So what we do is allow the author to keep the Bookdown version of the book up for free. And then we publish the parallel print and ebook. In this way, you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get the weight and validation, as well as the exposure and royalties that working with a commercial publisher brings, while staying true to the belief of the data science community in general and open science. You'll find the majority of other academic publishers are not as open and flexible about this as we are. If you look at the Bookdown website, it's mostly us and O'Reilly. You don't see any Wiley books or Springer books. So, okay, author support. So you're going to have, usually the author who signs you will be the author that works with you throughout the process. So if you work with me, I'll be the one that's going to be working with you, and we'll be in touch with you pretty much constantly throughout the process. We'll constructive peer reviews for the proposal and offer feedback to you as you work on your manuscript. We have a LaTeX help desk to help with any tech issues. And once in production, your book will be fully copy edited. Okay, finally, why publish with CRC? So we're the leading publisher in statistics and data science. We support open science. We get social media exposure, and you would be joining a world-renowned community of authors. So, and conference attendance in normal times. We haven't ramped that back up yet, but we will be attending conferences going forward. And you get one-on-one attention from your commissioning editor. So, our email addresses. And finally, questions. Okay, any questions? Any comments from the authors on the panel?
Question. What's your expertise or area in statistical literacy?
My expertise is more.
I meant CRC.
Oh, what's that? Oh, CRC.
Right. That was one of the areas you listed.
Yes. The statistical literacy is something that we use the ASA series that we publish for. So that's really where we bring in the statistical literacy, is that we try to publish books that would appeal to a lay audience, to bring them along as far as their statistical literacy.
And one example, so I know what you're talking about.
David Salzberg, who published The Lady Tasting Tea, published a book with us.
Thank you.
Yeah. He didn't publish that book with us, but he has published a book with us called Errors, Blunders, and Lies. So.
Yes. Thank you.
I know that you're an expert on literature. I recognize your name, so I know you're an expert on statistical literacy. Yeah, I know that's your area. I think you probably reviewed books for me before.
Yes.
Yeah. So, any other questions?
Hello, David. This is Junyan from.
Hey, Jun. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
My question is, when is the time to send a sample chapter?
You mean after you have a book? After you have a contract?
The sample chapter, actually, when we send the proposal, a sample chapter is not required.
No, it's not.
Okay.
So yeah, so usually that's after the contract is signed. And once you have one available, you send it to us, and then we check it to make sure the formatting and everything is okay.
So that will sample chapter be reviewed by the
Not the sample chapter. We usually wait until you have 2 or 3 chapters ready, and then we may have them reviewed as a group.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So this is actually this happens after the contract
Yes.
is signed. Okay.
Mhm. Do you have a book contract with us at the moment?
Sorry, I that was long delayed, but I'm asking for about another one.
Oh,
So
another.
this is with another co-author.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so you could just send us the book proposal. Let me know if I need to send you a book proposal form. So just send me an email.
Yeah, thank you.
Kelly, I know I've talked to you in the past.
Yes, that's something I've been thinking about for some time. So I might want you to send me a book proposal form.
Yeah, so I know I know that have you gotten, or do you have tenure now? I wasn't.
Yes.
Yeah, you do. Okay, excellent. So I know we talked about it a long time ago, but you needed to concentrate on your tenure. So, but yeah, I'll definitely send you a book proposal form. Anybody else that's interested, let me know. So any questions about the book publishing process? Alan, do you have any comments as a published author?
I just said I recently did my first book with CRC with Maria Kateri. We wrote a book on showing basic aspects of statistics to students who want to be data scientists, sort of a new type of mathematical statistics book using not just theorems, but using R and Python to illustrate things and using apps. And I was working with John Campbell right before he retired, a great long-term editor in statistics. And my experience was completely positive. In the past, I've done a few books with Wiley and with Pearson. And I think they're both struggling a bit these days. So, I was very happy with CRC. I don't know if I'll ever do any other books, but I was very curious, David, to see what you had to say, and hoping to meet Laura today online. So I'm sorry not to see her.
Yeah,
Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So, one question. So, I was just actually having this conversation with another author, and we were looking at your book. How did you combine the R and the Python in a way that made sense to cover both languages at the same time?
Well, we decided to focus on R throughout the chapters of the book and just included an appendix with Python. There's also a separate appendix for R with more detail about R, but Python is only in the appendix and a website that we have for the book. So in the actual examples shown in the chapters themselves, they're exclusively R, which we think is still probably most popular among for these sorts of courses.
Okay, that makes sense. Thanks, Alan.
Okay, sure.
So did anyone else have any questions, or is anyone else thinking about doing books? Kim's here. Kim can also talk about doing a book, but she did an edited book.
Yeah, I don't know how good my sound is, but we did just do like an edited volume that I am a co-editor on. And I had an excellent experience publishing with CRC. Sorry, I got here a little bit late today.
That's okay.
Wanted to pop in.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. So
Yeah.
Kim's book is one that might be of interest to everybody if you want to just say a couple of words about it, actually.
Yeah, so it's co-edited with Olawale Awe and Eric Vance, and some of you might know about the work of the LISA 2020 network. It is a global network of stat labs in developing countries, and this book was actually Olawale's brainchild, I guess. It is a collection of papers and essays, I guess, and the name of it is Promoting Statistical Practice and Collaboration in Developing Countries. And we're hoping that it can be helpful to anyone who's interested in that area, kind of a snapshot, I guess, of where we are now. And we may be coming back to try to do another volume in a few years once we've made more progress in the network. So hopefully that's something we could follow up with.
Yeah, it's great. It was great. I mean, Kim sent me pictures of the book launch, which I think was in Nigeria.
Yes, we did. We had a symposium there because we are currently ending a cooperative agreement with USAID, and we were discussing sustainability of the network. And so we kind of did like a unveiling of the book there, where many of the people who contributed were gathered in person, and they really loved that. They're very excited to see this book published.
Yeah. I'll mention that the book is open access, so if anyone wants to browse, but I'm really proud of the work that we did with Kim and helping to bring statistics to developing countries.
I'm going to see if I can put a link in the chat to it.
I have a question about the ASA series.
Sure.
I was wondering, well, first of all, I'm a big fan of those books. And I was wondering if there's anything kind of different in the process you outlined on the author and editor side up front. And then secondly, what you all have been doing differently to market those books, and kind of if there's anything you can share about how successful that effort has been to reach the wider audience with those books.
Yeah, I would say that the review process is much tougher for those books. I mean, the challenge that we've had is trying to find people who can write popular, write popular science as opposed to write academic statistics, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bit of a challenge to find sort of someone who can write for sort of a lay audience and make it really sort of entertaining and engaging. So the review process is much different for that book, and the series editors are much more involved. So and as far as the success goes, it varies, but I would say the most successful one we had was the first one, which is the Errors, Blunders, and Lies from David Salzberg. That's been the most successful one. But some of the other ones are more or less successful than others. I don't know that we've achieved our goal of sort of getting a lot of pickup from outside the statistical community, but we're still working on that. But it is a goal that we're working on. But I don't know how far our reach is as far as those books go.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You have a textbook series in mathematics that is as strong as what you're doing in statistics, and I'm thinking senior undergraduate, perhaps, with the kind of probability flavor.
Yes, I think we do. I'm a statistics editor, so I'm not that familiar with our math side of things, but I do think we have, I know we have textbook series in mathematics. So I definitely think that we could find a series that would fit. So you're thinking something in the advanced probability area?
Yes, but undergraduate, perhaps first year graduate.
Okay. Yeah. And we could definitely find a place for that.
This book has been in me for many years, and it needs to get out.
We can help you with that.
I've been updating it and updating it and updating it. I need to let it go. It needs to get away from me.
Yeah. You're like George Lucas. You can't stop revising it. So anyone else? I I guess if people want to put their emails in the chats, anyone who wants to receive book proposal forms, I could grab them from the chat, I guess. Or you could email me after the presentation. So, anyone else? So I would just ask maybe Jessica to say a little bit more about what the caucus is doing as far as trying to get more exposure for women in statistics.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for putting this webinar together for us. We really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, the caucus is interested in promoting women and helping them along with their careers. And so hopefully this is a good opportunity for people to, you know, publish a book or something that they've been wanting to do for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's we're definitely here to help you know, get it more exposure for women. We also did a presentation for the R Ladies. So this is the second one we've done for a women's group, but we're definitely looking not only for more authors, more male authors, but also more diversity in our author base.
Well, it sounds like you've made the process pretty transparent.
Yeah, we're
and it
trying.
sounds supportive to help authors along the pathway.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. So will I be able to access this chat after the
I
everyone's
can definitely download it and send it to you.
Yeah, everyone's sending me messages in the chat, so it would be good to get all of those, and I can contact all of the folks. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, so thanks to everyone for coming. It's been really enjoyable, and I look forward to hearing from several or quite a few of you, hopefully, about your book projects. Thanks to the authors who came, Alan and Kim. Yeah, thank you, Jessica, for helping organize this.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for doing this.
Okay.
Appreciated.
All right. Definitely, yeah, download the chats and send them to me. And thanks, everyone. I look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.